back. Good evening. So yeah, this is the week that we make our return to the Platinum Tour on TGC Tours in PGA 2K25. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna do some warm-up. I thought about doing Plat today, and then I was like, we last played on Wednesday. I don't know if diving back into Plat after being off for 5-6 days is really a great idea. So we're gonna play some TGC, just kind of lock into the swing, try and get our putts going, all that good stuff, and then we will dive into Plat tomorrow. But Guy, welcome back. Enjoy your lurk. Trompler, how's it going? Hope you guys are well. Enjoying your weekends. Hopefully it's not too hot where you guys are at. The heat hasn't like quite begun. Today was a little bit warmer. It's supposed to get real hot as the rest of this week goes along. They haven't added any challenges since we've last played, right? This is something that they just kind of abandoned. Yeah. I thought maybe with like the maybe with the other majors and stuff going into this year they would add some more, but I guess that is not the case. All right, well, we'll play some TGC stuff and just try and get loose, see how things go. I did get some, not confirmation, but basically got info that my swing is too good and there is a chance that we get popped by the API throughout this season, at least once, if not more than that. So we'll play the events and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, basically when our swing is on, it's flirting with danger. Which I take as a compliment, I guess. What's going on, Nomad? How are we doing? TGC popping? Well, I mean, it might be TGC popping the API. We'll see how it goes. Liam and Gatsby's World, what's going on? Hello. So yeah, I'm mentally preparing, I suppose, for cheating accusations to occur. I guess that's only going to be natural. According to my wife and my kids, I'm not, but what do I know? As long as we put swings like that in, we'll be fine. Say, to get popped these days used to be cool, no longer. I missed the early days of it, Vandy. I was a little busy. Hey Liam, I have a question for you. Do you get banned often? Answer's probably yes. Hey, not a win to go. How are you doing? You're gonna print the email and frame it? Yeah, I'm gonna take it as a badge of honor. If it never comes, I'm gonna be maybe a little bit disappointed that it almost felt like a promise that didn't deliver. Hey, what's going on, Maverick? it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I was telling my wife, I think maybe part of my... I think it's a mindset thing. I also think it's... I don't know. But... I'm starting to think that maybe the structure is maybe a little too structured. I think sometimes having set days for certain games, I don't know. I think like we're gonna keep the stream Tuesday to Thursday. Those are our 3 days. But expect maybe a little bit of variability in terms of when we play what. Like, we're playing Plat tomorrow, but maybe on some weeks we play Plat on a Tuesday. Maybe some weeks we play golf 2 days that week. Maybe some weeks we play a different game 2 days and golf 1. I don't know. I gotta keep it fresh for myself. Ooh, these are speedy greens. These are speedy greens. I gotta be mindful here and play enough break. Oh, come on. Rude. Very, very rude. Carl, enjoy your lurk. Watched all the course Sunday. Chipping game added way too many strokes. Still learning? I'm still learning too. I played Friday. So, played my first 18. What's going on, Witty? Played my first 18 of the year on Friday, and shot 107, par 71, so double bogey golf. Had 2 pars, had some good strokes out there, had some 1 putts, but man, there were just like a couple of holes where like either the swing completely fell apart. I found every tree on the course. It felt like it was like every time I missed, I was behind a tree. Like there was no forgiveness of like, oh, well, that miss wasn't too bad. It was like, no, that miss, you're under a tree. So that part is very tough. But I need more practice. I'm resigning myself to the fact that I might actually start getting up at like before 6 a.m. to go to the range before I start working. I'm at that point where I'm like, I probably need to do this if I want to actually start getting better. So we'll see when I actually do that, because I also am playing softball now. So I was playing right center, or I was playing left center field, and went over in between the left fielder and myself. And I think he was going for it, I was going for it. I tried to call him off. By the time all was said and done, he like couldn't quite get out of the way, so instead of me catching the ball, I just kind of like flinched to protect myself from if he ran into me, and the ball just smacked me right in the, like, right on the inner thigh. So that kind of stings. I'm a little bit sore from running around, but that's just getting older and not working out, so I'm out of shape. Stuff Kobe, what's going on? You're very good at PGA Tour? I like to think I'm decent. Is it on amateur mode at H Drive? No. This is on master swing, no vibration, no wind. What's the difficulty setting? It's all 1.56 multiplier. We normally play on Legend. This society is on Master. Yeah, starting sometime soon, I think I'm actually gonna try and get out to the driving range, like, pretty early in the morning. Because I think the driving range here is open dusk to dawn. Or dawn to dusk, I guess closed dusk to dawn. Yeah, I think I just need to get out and get my reps that way. Because just realistically, with having 2 kids, like, I'm not getting out otherwise. Try to get in my head. The only person allowed in my head is me. It's gonna just, yep, hit it open. Gotta get rid of that open miss. Range will do decent on the course, start hitting off lies, crappy grass, etc. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Definitely, but a lot of the issues that I have are purely mechanical. It's not even about having different lies. But no, you're absolutely right. That is certainly a piece of it. %2 under, please carry. It's out the back of the green though, I think. What's going on, Chandy? Kinds of free time have with 2 kids? Yeah, I play video games after the kids go to bed, and I am contemplating waking up before work while they're still sleeping to go do that. Everything is just sacrifice your sleep for your own enjoyment. You have 6 kids? That was a choice. Unless you had all 6 of those at once. Sounds like a choice was made. Or several choices were made, actually. But yes, I guess I probably do have copious amounts of free time in comparison. How? Given it just a touch more. I should not have given it a touch more. I was fine where I was. Gosh darn it. It's like the baking part. Yeah, well. Has some consequences. I will say though, the golf community, very procreation. You catch my drift? Thinking too much and ego and swinging when you're on a course instead of slowing down and doing the basics. I think the biggest thing that I struggle with, well, I'm like completely lost with my driver at the moment. So that's one piece of it. Like I genuinely need to get a lesson to get my driver worked out. But irons and wedges, I was struggling to get transition. I feel like I was doing something differently with my swing. I was getting heavy on it. I was staying on my back foot. Wasn't hitting it as far as I have been recently as a result of that, so Just have to get out and get reps so that I can generate a little bit more consistency. There we go. Know how to operate it, but just can't do the things. Yeah, my putting was way better, but I like had some. I was just struggling to get tee to green. There was one hole I was so annoyed. I hit a nice drive, but I hit it to the right, and it was the whole layout was weird. Super cambered right to left. Like if you hit it anywhere on the fairway, you're feeding off to the left. Ended up on the right-hand side, which was flatter, but then there was a tree, so I tried to hoist it up over the tree. I was in my head of like, okay, well, I gotta do this to try and get more, and then I ended up like pulling the club in, hitting it off the toe, which made the lie even worse, so then I like hit it into the tree, under the tree, and then like all of a sudden I'm like, well, there's a quad. Like it was decent off the tee, and then from there just completely fell apart. Okay, I thought that lie was going to do a lot more, and I feel like the wind has been doing a lot less, so I'm very confused by that. Whew, just barely. Forgot to take my medicine? If I could, like, properly depict this hole for you, Vandy, I would love to know what medicine I could take. Actually, you know what? I apologize in advance to those who are watching in vertical, because I'm pulling out... Let me... Yeah, I don't have a scene for this, so we're going notepad. We're going notepad here. No, not notepad. What am I doing? I need paint, not notepad. Wrong tool. Okay, so let's paint a picture here, if you will. We'll use green for the sake of it. So, T-box, we're back here, right? Naturally. So this fairway is like up this way, but it is sloping severely downhill. Flatter up in this area, just continues to go downhill here, okay? So I hit my tee shot, we'll say this is the fairway, I'm up here. The green is here, however, this like pinches, and it's like, there are just trees all over here. But it's like this super tight thing. These trees actually overhang like out into here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and hoist it over this tree. I end up over here on the next shot. I'm like into the tree, bounces back to here. So I'm like not even that far. Hit here. There's a hill over here where the next tee box is. I hit off the tree, ricochets, it's under the branch. I'm like, boop. At this point, like, was I supposed to chip it under the trees here and like hope I get it out into that? I don't know. It was not good. In hindsight, yeah, but like the first shot, I like had a chance to put it up over the tree. I just caught it completely off the toe, and so it went sideways. What's left front of the green? More everything's no bueno there, and I don't know if I can find like a good picture of it. Hole by hole GPS. I don't know if there's something good. This is like the, I think it was the 10th. No. The 11th, because the 10th was a par 3. Yeah, down left of the green, another tree. So got that going for us. Like, it was just... It was, yeah, it was a mess. It was like, I felt like being up to the right was the play, but I don't know that it was. 2 inches higher or low. I find every branch. I have this just amazing ability to find every branch. I don't know how I do it. The tree might have one branch and the rest is leaves. I find the branch. Come on. Rude. It's hard because I don't want to like power those through too much. But it's all learning because like I've played 2 9s and 18 this year, and the last round I played last year was probably September, October or something like that. So I don't have a lot of overall experience playing, and I haven't had much time to play in general. So it's like golf is always going to be hard, and that's why I am talking about getting up at the crack of dawn to try and practice, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Never a high enough percent play, and use the sort to get a simpler chip or pitch. Short front center. Well, the problem was the angle that I had, the tree just like covered everything. I don't know, like I'd be playing it back down to maybe have a like 50 plus yard look. I think I want to say it was like 110. Something like that. It was like 110 out with the tree probably 50 yards in front of me. I don't know, I wish I had like a picture of it, because it would be a lot easier. Plot into a double. Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, had I doubled that instead of a quad, would have been better. But we're also saying I had 110 yards into the green for my second shot. So it's like, in hindsight, yeah, it would have probably been even better than the double. But from the angle I had, it just didn't feel like I had any sort of shot. And it's, I don't know. It's always very painful, like, to have a shot and it feel like you can't go for the green in 2 when you're not at a far distance at all. Now, I did kind of have some hero shot saves. I did hit a pretty slick, like, intentional hook under a tree with my 7-iron to escape on the 1 hole. Now, did I follow it up with a good shot? Absolutely not. And I hit a hero escape shot on that, too. I hit it to the right, I had probably like 50 yards, but it's uphill. I'm like at the base of a tree. I'm here. It goes uphill next to me. The green is over here. I'm next to a tree. So I gotta hit up, around to the right, like 50 yards, tree, whatever. I hit this just intention. I open up my sand wedge. And I take the club path out. I'm like, I am coming across this ball so hard. I'm going to try and just like get as much slice on this thing as I can from 50 yards. And I actually squirted it up on the green. I mean, still had probably like a 25 foot putt, but it's fun to like have like good escapes, you know, especially when like people compliment you on the escape. But it's like, man, if I could just like hit good shots normally, this would feel even better. But we come back to the left. Or we just come straight back, got it. Oh yeah, definitely not as good for the scorecard. I'm a little bit nervous. So my handicap is 26. It's not good. But for reference of how much golf I play, my 20th round to go was from October of 23. And that's including 9-hole stints in there. But that one is also my personal best round. I shot a 93. And so the next time I play, a 93 is going to fall off. I'm a little bit nervous. Hey, Zan, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Feels like this is going to be the perfect distance, but I just didn't read the wind. Not the worst, but also I would like to be closer, but I suppose that's a who wouldn't. You're not going to turn. That's fine. Yeah. Why not? Ocarina of Time remake release teaser? I did. I'm very interested to know, because I know they've done 1 or 2 Ocarina, like, re-releases in the past, right? There's like a DS or 3DS one, maybe something else, but there wasn't much of anything for, like, fundamental changes, so I'm curious if there are going to be, like, substantial changes to the gameplay. Like, if it's going to be kind of brought in with how the modern Zelda games are. Or if it's going to be just like a bit of a graphical update and that's it. I have a feeling with the way that they did Link's Awakening and they've made some modern stuff, like I've watched my wife play a little bit of the Echoes of Wisdom game. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing probably a little bit more of the, like, modern Zelda treatment to it. 3DS seems this a full remake. Big expansion similar to what they did to Final Fantasy VII. If they add extra stuff to it, then I will get it. If it's just like a graphical, if it's just a graphical upgrade to it, then I'll just stick with like Ship of Harkinian and all that. Obviously, ship before kidding if we ever do like a randomizer or anything, but if they make like actual changes to the game, then I feel like that's a decent reason to get it. Alright, trying to chase this 6-iron back there. In hindsight, probably should have gone choked 5-iron. But that's pretty good too. Which, speaking of, actually just bought a Switch 2. It's supposed to come on Thursday. So, looking forward to that. Well, if there's interest in it, I guess the game that we would play on stream would be DK Bonanza, which I know is like way past due, but my wife and I were talking about it. It's like they're raising the price. I know I'm gonna want Duskbloods, and we play the Switch the most in this house, like as a family. Like my wife uses it and I will use it. And it's like, well, if the price is gonna go up and we're gonna end up buying it anyway, like I'm gonna feel real dumb for waiting until it goes up $50. So we just went ahead and we're like, you know what, we're gonna do it. Man, I've burned the edge a few times on those. You like Cars a lot? Like Cars as in just the vehicles in general, or you like Cars the movie? I got 3 Eagles. Is that enough cars? I know I didn't get an Eagle on the 18th. In fact, I just made par, but we got an Eagle on the 9th, the 12th, and the 17th. Stop flipping it, I'm trying. Astrobot. I played the regular one. I don't know what, I forget what it's called. The like, how about I just go to the home, Astro's Playroom. Yeah, I played the one that comes on the console. That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, the like, experiencing the maximized like haptics and everything, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I haven't played too many games. I do remember when I played Horizon Forbidden West came with my PlayStation, so I played that. I didn't play Zero Dawn, so I like tried to watch a summary thing to vaguely understand what was happening. Anywho, that also had some implementation with like the resistive triggers and stuff. But I haven't played too many PlayStation exclusives in general, so I haven't really gotten the like full experience in terms of like utilizing the features of the controller. Some pretty neat stuff though. But Astro's Playroom, that won Game of the Year the other year, right? Seems like it would be pretty fun. Like in this weird like I gotta figure out the balance. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. I think I have to get away from like I'm going to play golf 2 days a week and I'm gonna play other game 1 day a week. I think I just need to have like I am playing golf in this other game, and whatever I feel like that day is what we're gonna play. So some weeks I might actually play a variety game 2 days. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of controversy around whether it should have been Game of the Year or not, but I've only heard positive things about it. Like, say what you will about whether it should have or not. I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about the game. I think it's more just like, is it really deserving of it? And see, that's one of those ones where the lie played. Is it gonna spin off? Ooh, wow, it holds. The lie played and the wind doesn't bring it back at all. Thank you, cars. I pushed it. Is that gonna kick into the bunker? I hope not. Settle? It's very firm. It probably is there. In the sand? Okay. The problem is, it feels like everything comes out like so short out of the sand. I mean, we're just gonna, I guess, hit this down there. This is round 2 of Elite, Liam. We're playing actual Plat rounds tomorrow. So these are not Plat rounds. Just playing some other TGC stuff to get some practice in. Double cross, nice. Nice. Quickly, what's going on, dude? How have you been? Hope life is treating you well. I'm going a little high. Already played Plat. Just wanted to make sure I clarify when we... I didn't know if you were asking what round is it, as if like, you know, this is the actual thing. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what variety game we hop into first here. I took a break from streaming. I was on paternity leave for a few months. So I come with another child now. So, been getting back to work, been getting back to streaming. What up, TFR? You like this shot? I like this shot. It wasn't very firm. That has a much better chance of going in. I completely forgot there were very firms. So that's also just kind of my bad. Hey, thank you, GSR. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, everything's been good. Everything's been good. Definitely an adjustment, obviously, you know, having a 3-year-old who also wants your attention is a lot different than just having the baby. So I think the only thing that's like maybe a little bit draining going into streams some days, it makes me like in a weird headspace with it, in the sense of like, do I want to stream today? Like, yes, I do, but it's also like, you don't get a minute to talk to your wife about anything. Because there's a 3-year-old talking the entire time. Or like, need to put the baby down for a nap again. Like, my goodness. It's just there, like, there's not a minute to think to yourself or a minute to say anything because they're going 100 miles an hour. But definitely nothing to complain about. It's just that's what life be at the moment. So if I ever seem like a little off at the beginning of stream or something, I look forward to stream. I think that sometimes it'll be that like, well, it's on a schedule and no matter what the day is like, sometimes it's just like a little disorienting to start and then it's you get into the stream. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what I expect it to be, what I want it to be. Oh man, this is long. Yeah, this is long. Underswung by 1%. Wish I could give those a better run, but those aren't putts that I can really expect to make ever. Full-time job for a while, in addition to the full-time job that, you know, I actually work. New job in Illinois? Quickly, you were in Colorado, right? So when did that shift? And hopefully the move and everything went all right? 'Tis a lot of moving around. That's for sure. 07. Okay, we're gonna try. I don't know how this is gonna go. This seems like a dumb shot. I'm gonna play a big cut on a choked 4-iron. Actually, it's looking like a pretty good shot now. I wasn't sure at first. That turned out very nice. Oh, that makes sense. End of the school year. Yeah. So yeah, that would have just wrapped up. Hey, what up, King Jamie? Only dumb if it doesn't work? Yeah, I'm glad it worked. Makes me look a little bit better. I don't know. I love working the ball. That's one thing in these games that I know some people don't do as much. I love finding my way, like just playing a big draw, a big fade, trying to feed a ball into where you want it. Like, yes, don't get me wrong, it's still satisfying, you know, hitting something like this where you just aim and you read it right and you hop it up and you drain it. But come on now. There's something about that. There's something about when you do that. But also just working the ball is a lot of fun. JV, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Hey, how's it going, David? Think about the technician build. I think that at this point in the game, all of the builds are probably pretty similar, if I had to guess.
Cut down the mightiest tree in the forest.
Hey, thank you for the Twitch follow.
Wait!
Appreciate it, dude.
A herring.
I feel like all the builds are able to be kind of the same at the end of the day. Smits boys, thank you for the follow. Zan, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Cut down the mightiest tree in the forest.
Appreciate it, guys.
Wait! A herring.
The technician is super forgiving, but you can add power to it. I personally like the sculptor just because of the extra that I can get in shot shaping and such. But yeah, that's at this point you can make a lot of the builds very, very similar. But I'm biased to sculptor just a little bit. All right, so we'll follow it up. I was to say we'll follow it up with a hole-in-one, but I've hit it a little bit to the right. That was the right shot, though. That was the right shot. Okay, good read. Good read. Paid actors, by the way. The crazy part is, so what, this is our third golf stream since we've come back from paternity leave. We hit a hole-in-one. I almost hit a hole-in-one. Then I actually hit a hole-in-one later in the tournament on Wednesday, and we've had an eagle hole out today. So, yeah, we're cooking. It's good to be back. Good to have, you know, clips that I can post to YouTube. That'll be useful. But that was funny though, because I wasn't expecting to actually hole that, because on the one hand you expect to hole everything, and on the other hand you don't actually expect to hole anything. But yeah, that was one of those ones where I was not really anticipating it. And then as the shot's going, I'm like, actually, this has a decent chance of going in. That did not cover the carry as much as I thought it would. Hey, good luck, cookies. Have fun. Get you on the dance floor and you're happy? See, in real golf, absolutely. In virtual golf, my expectations are way too high. My expectations are way too high. I'm trying to hole like everything. I left it short. And 2% underswing. Womp womp. Womp womp. 70K, housing, electric, internet, 2/3 of your meals are covered. I mean, yeah, housing and stuff being covered is huge. In this economy? Are you kidding me? I mean, depending on what you're talking, I mean, that's you know, that's worth tens of thousands in a year. I was like thinking about, is that too much of an inside feel? The answer is yes. But boy, was that a good distance. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked by that. That turned a lot more. That turned a lot more. Okay. Okay. Again, we're just always trying to kind of make some notes in terms, like mental notes in terms of putting, because I'm so bad at it. I can hit hole outs, but hitting putts in the hole, very different story. It's kind of a wild thing. I wonder. I'm sure there's a putting distance in which I have a higher chance of having holed out from like 100+ yards than making the putt. Hey. Okay. Cool. Is that one that I should just like, should I be hitting that a lot firmer and just take all of the break out of it? Because it just seems like it would be better for me. Choke 6-iron scares me about whether it'll get there or not. Is that the biggest fade I can play? I'm making this a much tighter shot than I probably need to, but alas, here we go. Okay, so the wind just kind of held it out there, but that was perfect adjustment. I can't catch a break. I can't. Stop lipping. Just please stop lipping. That's all I ask. I don't feel like I'm asking a lot, but clearly I am. Alright, if we get this played, a little bit of spinach. Perfect quads. Very firm hop with the wind at the back. I guess because it's uphill. Uphill probably ate that wind a little bit. Liam just out here absolutely tearing it up. I'm not a good putter, so that's probably the biggest thing keeping me from scoring. I'll have to look at my putting stats through these first two rounds because I have not looked at them thus far. I don't know if it's just like the long putts that are killing me or if I'm missing some of the shorter ones too. Okay. Beautiful little cut. Took a hair too much off of it. Gosh darn it. That's big sad. Is there a rule of thumb that people use for like the partial shots out of the bunker and whatnot? I feel like I'm always just guessing at the amount of power I need. Like, I have no feel of if I actually hit it or not. Because I try and take 100% swings, but like, you're just not going to have that all the time. Especially from the bunker. Can we get another one? 2 in 1 round? No. Too much loft. Too much loft. That's why his score was so low. Liam shot a 0 in round 2. Very impressive. Very impressive. 18 holes, no strokes. What a player. Area for a 2-bedroom is $1,850. Right, so if you spread that out over the course of the year, that's quick math, 22,000 and change, right? Effectively making it 92K, add on 100 something bucks electricity every month. If not more, you're in Illinois. If you're in the winter, it's going to be several hundred. Like, all of a sudden, when that stuff is thrown, and you actually add that into the compensation, it's probably a lot closer to like a 9,500K comp. Pretty nice. Happy for you, man. All right, let's see how bad the putting has been. Ooh, a lot of mediums missed. Oh, that'll do it. 68%. So let's see. We were 6 of 8 in round 2, and 5 of 8 in round 1. Wow, 5 putts missed from 5 to 10 feet. That's crazy. How far was that hole out? 159? 105? Very nice. Yeah, so like those 5 putts that we missed, that takes us from 30 to 35 under. Which now all of a sudden you're like in the mix at the top there. So gotta make those putts. Gotta make those putts. Alrighty. Give me like 3 minutes. We'll go stretch our legs. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, do what you gotta do, and then we will be right back to it. Appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you back in just a few. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. That is indeed a lot. That is indeed a lot of space, Quicklin. Alright, let's reset that so that we get audio sync back. Alrighty. Let's see, we got round 3. Middle tees, firm, very fast. Alright, so picking the green speed back up, taking the firmness down a little bit. No, I mean, I think this is a good sign that, like, even having missed as much stuff as we have, we're still shooting, like, we're still 30 under through 2 rounds and we've missed 5 putts from 5 to 10 feet. Like, I think that's a very good... I think that's a very good sign. Very healthy sign of things. What are you gonna do with all that space? Right, little pitch right to the front. Oh, I hit the fairway. Bye, ball. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. That's just a little bit frustrating, huh? What do I want to do here? Right here gonna be enough? I feel like I still need a little bit more. Brother. I did not. I miss it just off the edge again. Ay. Go home Friday afternoon and come back Sunday night? So you have 2 days, a week off. Yeah, I mean, that checks out. Like, boarding school, it follows a pretty standard school schedule. Okay, run this up off the bank, right, left to right here. It's just not going to release. I will say that's probably the hardest thing with having as much spin as we do, is like when you get down to the pitching wedge and stuff, like holing out is so hard because there's no release. There is none. The hop. And then it stops. Now I'm trying to play this so that it de-lofts and maybe releases a little bit after the bounce. But it's just still the tiniest. Still the tiniest of rolls. But I guess it's okay if I can't hold everything. Free 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day during the week. 2-year-old gets to hang out with you all day, basically works with it. It's very, very good that you say they work with you, not for you. That would probably trigger some very extreme child labor laws. So good on you with the verbiage there. I'm certainly between clubs here. That's just way too short though. 53 and then it carries a few yards is the bounce. I gotta take just a little bit off. Land on the green. Okay. You could tell it landed on the green because it actually it took a much weaker hop and stop pin high. If that lands pretty much an inch shorter, it's way long. Field trips every Wednesday? I mean, it sounds like a pretty solid gig. I mean, I don't know how the kids and stuff are, but sounds pretty solid. Obviously, you're only like a month into it or so. But it sounds solid. Uphill lie. Okay, so we're gonna have to just play a little bit of loft on it so that we can spin her back. Physics. Physics, yeah. That was weird for sure. Yep. Okay. Okay. Nice. Phillies redeem themselves. 8-0. Love to see that. Love to see that. More importantly, guy they brought up didn't give up runs. Freaking some of their bullpen has been no bueno. None whatsoever. Want to get a little release? Okay. I mean, it is a little bit. Whatever it is right now, my follow-through feel is like super left. Which is kind of crazy considering my swing is up to the right, but the feel that I have, very left. It's just one of those funny things about like how you hold your controller and stuff is the thing that dictates feels. That's why I tell people like don't focus on like, oh, I gotta swing left to right. I hold my controller on diagonal. I feel like I'm swinging like kind of straight to left. It's whatever works. Truly is whatever works. Now I pulled... Now after talking about it, I like rolled my thumb all the way over to the left instead of just being on the inside. Fun how that works. That's what I get though for talking about my swing field and I over exaggerate it. 21 new scars. Yikes. There we go. That's back to the feel that we were talking about. Can I get my first ace across, please? One day. One day, but not this time. Okay, so it's uphill. Hey, we hit our points. Larry, thank you for the. I don't know the proper terminology, but thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. Thank you for the flow state. Thank you for the 200 joules. I appreciate it. Oh man, I thought I had it. I really did. I was like, oh nice, we hit all the points, we nailed it, and it just lipped out. Don't know what it does either. Gives me money. No, it's that was $2. I think every joule is 1 cent. It was just when it popped up, it didn't say the amount. It just said the like sticker or whatever. And so I was like, I don't know what that means. I know it's a gift, but it's not telling me what it is. Finally, once the pop-up went away, it said for 200 joules. So thank you for the $2. Appreciate it, Larry. YouTube definitely doesn't have a confusing interface at all. No siree. Okay, we gotta feed this from right to left off of this ridge. Beautiful stroke. This feels too far left. But does put us in a decent position for the putt, so I gotta be a-okay with that. Hey, making a putt. What do you know? Now you feel cheap. Hey, I appreciate it. $2 is $2. I'll find a way to use it. Part way to a pack of diapers or something? I don't know. I'll absolutely take it. Yeah, the whole like, I think it's from Twitch and YouTube and stuff trying to copy some of the stuff that like TikTok does, because I think Twitch added a thing that's like combos and YouTube has joules, and it's like, I don't know, it's supposed to be a fun way to interact with the streams, like the vertical streams and stuff. I don't really know. I don't know. Call me old. Good evening, ears. Good evening, good evening. What's going on, Wallace? What do I think about Matt Campbell? I'm excited. I'm excited. I think I appreciate that he is a coach of young men. At least that's what he tries to do. So I'm excited to see what happens with the team. We'll obviously have to see how it plays out, but I'm looking forward to it at the moment. Oh, come on. Get just a little bit right. Take it though. We'll take it. Popped up in a while. Well, I've been, as Ears is asking about, baby and fam are doing well. I've been on paternity leave, Willis, so we just started streaming again last week after being off for 3 and change months. So we're back at it. Same time, same place. Only thing that's different is we've dropped the Monday stream. Just to give an extra day for being able to spend time with the wife, because we don't get to spend so much time together, because boy, do a combination of a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old, you don't get a lot of words into each other. Nope. No, you do not. So, taking the Mondays off, spend time with the wife, and through the summer here I've been roped into a softball league, so playing softball for the first time in a decade. I'm batting 500, which I will say this, for somebody who played baseball terribly until like 5th grade and then had played 2 seasons of softball a decade ago, I'm batting 500. I will take it. Take it to the bank and run. Hey, thank you for the congrats, Wallace. Appreciate it. Also, Larry, I am going to spend it all in one place. In this economy, are you kidding me? Could maybe go and get 1.5 things from the vending machine if I split it up, but like, I work from home, so I don't know when I'm gonna see a vending machine. 3 10-year-olds, 2 8-year-olds, and a 2-year-old. Big change for just a 2-year-old. Yeah, kind of skipping a few major milestones and developmental changes that not quite equipped for. Definitely a little bit different. I felt like that was an underswing, which could be okay. Depends on how much it spins. %. They're just so gentle. Like, I don't know how hard I'm supposed to hit those. Like, I'm just kind of dying it into the cup, but it's like, should I be trying to go for something a little bit more here? It's downwind. I'm going for it. Why not? That's why not. Push open. Womp womp. Double crossed. Would have been okay if I would have closed one of those. Yeah, surely this pitch won't just run for days, right? Trying to play it short, I underswung it, but we've got a chance. I think if we just play this like right edge here. There we go. Still make a bird. I don't know. I feel like the aggressive play is okay there. Been striking it pretty well. Good evening, bot. I'm not gonna lie, man. Still adjusting to the name change in the sense that I almost said, "What's up, milkman?" Which, like, if you're okay with that, we can start switching things up. I don't know. It felt weird. I'm a software developer, Wallace. I roll out of bed, I grab my laptop, and I start working. Working in the cloud. I left the face open. Call you whatever I want. I don't know that we want to give me that much flexibility. That seems like it could be dangerous. Work in cybersecurity pretty close. Well, technically I work in cybersecurity, but I'm on like I write cybersecurity software side of things. Like the other part of our team does the threat analysis and research. I'm more in the business of how do we productize this information and how do we handle all of these logs. Because whenever I say I'm in cybersecurity, everybody always assumes I do like the cool threat hunting research stuff. I'm like, nah, those are the other people on my team. I don't do the cool stuff. Or at least the like cool stuff that everybody thinks of when you think of cybersecurity. Although there's technically all sorts of different pieces to it, because you can also just do cybersecurity for a company and be responsible for their in-house, managing their firewalls and researching the threats and stuff that are affecting just their particular company. I can't putt on this course for whatever reason. I've burned so many edges here. But you'll be happy to know we hit a hole-in-one last Wednesday, and I holed out already today. So we're picking up right where we left off 3.5 months ago. Can't make those putts, but I can hole one from from long range. I don't understand it, man. I really don't. Is this gonna completely kill it on the upslope? No, it still gets some release. Okay. Clipping any putts yet? Dude, no. I clip those putts because I don't make putts in general. So if I'm making one from like long range, you best believe it's getting a clip. I know you'll be happy to hear most people don't care about putt clips. Hole out clips, yes. Putt clips, not as much. Just turn! Come on, man. Getting into threat hunting? Awesome, but you don't want to make everyone else bored. Fair enough. Fair enough. One thing that I want to... We had like we'll call it a happy hour. It was back like a lot closer to COVID, but I remember there's a website that is dedicated to like I forget what the term is. Not pen testing, but like ethical hacking. That's what it is. There's a website that's like dedicated to ethical hacking, and so like there's levels to it. So you exploit the web page to find the password to the next thing, and then that one's a little bit more complicated. I'd like to dabble with that again just for the fun of it. I only made it a few levels in, maybe like 8 levels in. I forget what it's called though. But it's a fun little exercise to just like learn about how to access different things. Nobody ever clips anything other than rage from you? 0 good golf shots get clipped? I'm gonna spoil some of the behind the scenes here, but I'm the one that's clipping my own stuff around here, okay? It's not other people clipping my good shots. I go back afterwards and I make a clip so I can download it in case I want to use it later. Because you want to see, I don't know, we'll go a little bit behind the scenes here. We'll go a little bit behind the scenes here. I just have a folder, which you should be impressed. Look at all my aces. I only have a couple albatrosses. Everything else, 1 putt. and a lot of hole outs too. But yeah, I just I made 2 montages for season 1 and season 2. Maybe I'll make one at the end of the game. Who knows? But I want to have the option. I want to have the option to make content. Still gonna be low, isn't it? I don't know what it is. I like can't get a grip on this course for what the putts are gonna do. Missed way too many. Especially given like what we're scoring, what we're leaving out there is even crazier. Oh, I can upgrade my power approach. Neato. Get into pen testing, then you realize you're a coaster at work. I don't know. We have another team that pen tests our stuff, so that's always fun because then we got to go and fix crap. Freaking compliance auditing. Ah, I was 5 of 6. We only missed 1 medium putt this round. Excellent. Wait, so what did I score that round? 16 under? Mate, I'm shooting 15 and 16 under consistently, and I have missed 6 putts from 5 to 10 feet. That's so bad. That's so bad. Just when I thought I was getting better, I'm not. It's all an illusion. You to play video games again? Kids like to play, so you go and crush them daily. You gotta remind them that they have a lot of work cut out for them. You know, that's the hard thing about being a parent is like, my wife is like, you need to lose sometimes. And I'm like, and it's not for video games because my son's not playing video games yet, but it's like, what do you mean I have to throw intentionally? But I want to win too. You know what the great equalizer is? Candyland. because you think you're doing well, and then you just get sent back to the beginning of the board because you drew like the one tile you couldn't. So it's always a good time. How did that automatically apply, but the other one didn't? I understand nothing. I had to change my clubhouse pass to put that on, but this time it applied fine. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Three of them quit in the first half, then they told you weren't playing Madden 26, so it didn't count. It's not the newest one, so this is clearly because you only know the old Maddens. Well, I hate to break it to you, if the person you're playing understands coverages, if they understand the game of football at a high enough level, they're gonna beat you no matter what Madden you play. I don't know if it probably does. I don't know if Madden and NHL and all the other like EA games do this, but I remember back in the day playing FIFA 13 to 15 were the ones that I played the most. 13, 15, and 16. I remember my buddy and I, in college, we would do what we called 3 randoms. And maybe this is a thing that other people do, but we would just random team 3 times, and whatever you got, you played as. There was so much rubber banding. If the shot, or like if the skill disparity between the teams themselves was too high, the game would just be like, all right, we're gonna make good players all of a sudden really bad, and we're gonna make bad players play way above their skill level. I don't know if that happens in Madden, like if you just play as the worst team against the best team, if it starts to behave like that at all. But that was a big thing in FIFA. Well, this is gonna be short. Pin high, but I really thought the wind was gonna do something more. Because I remember in FIFA like 15 or something, I played as Al Wada, which I think was the worst team from Saudi Arabia. My friend was playing Man City. I think I won 6-0. And like, we were pretty equal in terms of actual just like skill in the game. Which made it a lot of fun. Very good matches all the time. Hey, what do you know? What up, Rio? Relatively common way of choosing teams between friends when you played too much against each other? Yeah, so like I got FIFA 13 right before I went to college. And so I started playing it and started playing with him. We met freshman year, we were in the same dorm, and it started to become like a pretty regular thing that we would play. And we played each other all the time, and that was just kind of like iron sharpen iron. Very dull iron to start, but we both got a lot better playing each other. And then we roomed together the first part of sophomore year and stuff. So we played FIFA 13, skipped 14, just like the timing that it came out. I didn't get it because I bought 13 like very late in the cycle. So we played 13 and then 15 a bunch against each other. And that was how we decided who we played most of the time, was just doing 3 randoms. It was like the fairest way or the unfairest way. Sometimes we would do like, somebody would randomly choose, and then we would like choose a difficulty to match. Where is that break to the left? Just started out to the left and then never came back. 56 with each one taking a quarter in 2K26. Shot 26 for 26 with Jalen Brunson. I've never played 2K. The only basketball games I have ever played are on the Sega Genesis. It's like Michael Robinson. What is it? Or not Michael. David Robinson's basketball, and then NBA Jam. The only hooping I've done. Wow, the wind really took that over. I thought I could just like punch it through, but the wind is high enough, it just completely knocked it down. 14's your favorite? 14 was a World Cup one, right? I think I played 14 one time because they held like a little tournament in our dorm lobby on it, because that was the game that year.
You seek the Holy Grail.
Sheluv Jake, thank you for the follow. Oh, come on now. Imagine making a putt in modern day 2026. 11 with your best friend you played so much. Play before school on a late start day, once a week or every other week. Start an hour later. Play like 5 games before school. Yeah, I used to absolutely love FIFA, and like I was a chronic Seasons player. I just played so much Seasons. But like as I continued to play, like I realized more and more that like people just played like Ultimate Team was the thing. Which like in concept seemed fun. It's too much of a grind for me. Even like not having kids and stuff, just like having a full-time job and I don't know, enjoying other video games. And valuing my money. Suppose that's another key piece to it. %. It's over. I do find that putting off of the fringe is definitely, for whatever reason, less forgiving on the power. I feel like it's way easier to overpower it off of the green. Talking trash before we played the whole day. Yeah, they're like just at that age where they shouldn't be better than you at video games. Give them a year or two though, and those 10-year-olds might start to become trouble. I don't know how this is gonna come out, to be honest. It's looking pretty decent if it can release. It's only an 8-iron, but it's out of the rough. Honestly, it's pretty good recovery. If I hit a full 8, may have been alright. Ultimate Team for 15, 17, a little bit of 19. Seriously, it's 17. Every other year for sports games. Yeah, I played 13, 15, 16. 16 I actually got like the early access like I got the invite only beta access. I think because I made it pinnacle of my gaming. My FIFA gaming, that is. I made it to Div 1 seasons with AC Milan. But I was in college and stuff, so I didn't get to play a ton of 16. What one did I get? Where is it? FIFA 19 is the last FIFA that I played. FIFA 19 was also just an interesting point in the channel as a whole. That was certainly a choice. Those that were around know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on, man. But yeah, I had... Long story short, we had started as a Dark Souls 1 through 3, like a Souls-related channel. That was the main content. Over time, we have like rediscovered our sports roots, because I played a lot of sports games growing up. With that, however, were definitely some weird transition periods and playing variety games and different things. And so I like went from playing copious amounts of Dark Souls 3. This is gonna miss low, isn't it? Of course it is. To playing variety, to playing like a lot of... I think I was playing like Warframe, and then I was playing... I think I did like Pokemon Gold speedruns. And then we played FIFA 19. It was certainly a time. Certainly a time. It had been like years since I played FIFA as well, and like I definitely did, like things had changed enough and I hadn't retained enough skill either, so like that was also just an awkward... Ooh. We sit. That was just like an awkward like time period too, in that like in my head I was like, oh, I loved FIFA and I got pretty decent at it, and it was like it was a different experience obviously with streaming. You know, it was a very different audience. Or not even a different audience, but it was very different than the games that I, like, had played. So there wasn't a lot of crossover, which is another thing that I still run into. Like, I feel like for the most part, people that like sports games, like a lot of the sports games and play a lot of the sports games. I play just golf. I think ideally, like, I would be super into MLB or something of that nature to like complement this, but I like action RPGs. I like very difficult games in addition to my golf. And I'm not like big on the super popular stuff, right? Like I don't play Fortnite, Minecraft, you know, any of the other battle royale stuff, Call of Duty, Battlefield. So, like, I, in and of myself, am a bit of a niche. Are you talking about the hole-in-one from Wednesday, Woody? The 250-yarder? Yeah, that was pretty sweet. That's probably, like, that's gotta be up there as one of, if not the longest hole-in-ones I've ever hit. Okay, starting to get the backswing in a little bit nicer of a spot. Thought the wind was going to bring it back a little bit more. And hybrids and such, they just roll so much. Okay, gotta get this off the fairway. It's quick. Come on. You gotta turn. There it is. There it is. I was getting scared as it was rolling along. I'm like, oh boy, we're just gonna hang out to the right here, aren't we? Okay, that's what, the first putt from any sort of range that we've really made today? Really gotta be straighter on my takeaway. What's going on, Spencer? No, this is elite. We're playing some TGC events tonight to try and get ourselves warmed up and in the mood for, well, not in the mood, but get warmed up and prepared a little bit for Plat come tomorrow. So a bit of prep work, if you will. Oh, that was an eagle hole out. Yeah, that was our second shot on a par 4. Yeah, it took one 159 yards or something something like that. It's really scaring me that those are still hitting low side of the cup. Hey, thank you, Spencer. Good to be back. Good to be back for sure. We've got this one on a good line. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Hardest part of the day now, making them go to sleep. So you're telling me it doesn't get any easier? Actually, bedtime's not too bad. We're at the point though where our 3-year-old has dropped nap time, but still needs a nap every few days. But will refuse nap for like several days longer than necessary. Bedtime's actually not bad. We'll go to bed at bedtime. Don't touch the tree. Okay, kick forward, kick right. A little more release. Feeling about the game? I'm feeling not bad. Unfortunately, my putting did not get magically better while I stopped playing the game, so a little bit disappointed at that. But our ball striking's still good. In the 3 streams that we've had thus far, including tonight, we've almost hit a hole-in-one, hit a hole-in-one, and hit an eagle hole out from almost 160 yards. So the ability to hit the ball is still there. The ability to putt the ball is still missing. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I think the biggest thing is I might take a little bit of an approach of not having set days for the different content. So like, we will stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I think for my own sanity, I might have it where like some weeks I only play golf one day, and maybe it's Tuesday, maybe it's Wednesday, and play a different game the other day instead of being like a hard and fast. We're gonna play golf these 2 days and then something else the other day. So that's the only thing that I'm like floating around in my head. It didn't turn. I had it, and then I was like, nah, it's gonna turn more at the start. In rooms together, so they talk. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard stories from other parents about like having their kids share rooms, and then especially during the transition, it's tough. Or if they're like different ages and things and they go to bed at different times or have different like falling asleep routines, keep each other up. But yeah, it's definitely all about trying to not get too burnt out, Spencer. Absolutely. Also, just like the game doesn't really provide, at least in my opinion, much for content in terms of like what people want to watch. Right, so like TGC rounds, that's known good. But as far as like, okay, if we're gonna play golf a second day, you know, I know some channels will do like alt shots and stuff. That's not something that we have established here, and that's not something that I'm like trying to establish. You know, as I said, other people already do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and like copy what they've got going on. Ooh, come on, chase back there. Get up over the hill. That's gonna be just short. Perfect line. Like actually perfect line. I think it's a little bit more roll going in. But like doing ranked streams and stuff, doing course review streams, like all of those things don't really have like the same pull as a TGC round. And I'm a little bit, I don't know. I've done it in the past, having 2 competitive dedicated streams, like doing True Sim and then doing Plat. Like True Sim is definitely not the biggest pull for people. There's a crowd who enjoys it. You know, Plat is definitely the bigger one. So, I don't know. Gotta tinker with some stuff, see what works. But like I've said, like I also have like a very weird niche, so to speak, in that we play golf, but the other stuff that we enjoy is not sports, right? Like it's not sports, and it's not the like ultra popular games. So finding that like community overlap of like, okay, I play these things and people are gonna watch me play this in addition to golf. I really thought the wind was gonna pull that back more. Are we in the bunker? I think we are. Man, it's a shame when you strike it that well and it's just still off the mark. What I need to see is... Okay. On the N of normal. That was better on like the swing path and contact and everything. I will say it's also a very good sign if we are playing elite and we're consistent. Like this is 2 weeks now in a row where we played pretty high up the leaderboard. So like, if Plat doesn't go well, seems like we should be able to make pretty short work of elite to make it back. I really gave too much credit to that downhill lie. All right, one more putt to get to 62 under. It did. Ah, come on. It started to turn back like 2 feet before I thought it was really gonna start to turn. Yeah, for as many putts as we missed, like, that's a great score. Kind of crazy to think like what we could have done had we actually made just a few of those putts. Because we're 8 strokes back, but let's see here. So we were 5 of 8, so 3 missed mediums, 2 missed mediums, so that's 5. 1, that's 6. Okay, we made all the mediums here, but we were 3 of 9 on the long. And like our proximity to hole for the event was 14 feet. So we still got it. We still got it. We had proximity to the hole by 1.9 feet. I just can't putt. So, yeah, if we could be a good putter, story of my life though, right? Like he one putted 20% more. If I one putted 20% more, I would have been in the 70s. 10 eagles. That seems like a lot. It's apparently 3rd. Very eagle-friendly course. Very eagle-friendly course. 23 feet was the longest. Let's see what did we make? Oh, we had a 22-footer too. Okay, 23.3 and 22.9. I made a 15-footer in round 3. And my longest scoring putt in round 2 was 8.5 feet. Story of your real life, if you can get putts to fall. Scarlett, I had a couple of 1 putts IRL. I didn't do a lot great, but I did have a couple of 1 putts IRL to save like triple bogeys and stuff. It was great. Ain't that a feeling of like you make a one putt and you're like, that was to save double bogey. It's like most excellent golfing. Most excellent golfing. All right, yeah, we're in 11th, but yeah, very easily could have been up there. The top couple of spots. On in 2 or 3, but 2 or 3 putt, unreal. I started, so my ball striking, I need work. But what I started doing with my putting, because my distance control was really bothering me, I still need to figure out longer putts. But inside like 15 feet, what I've started to do is I have a stance for short putts, and I have like a shoulder width stance for longer putts. And I dial in on the practice green beforehand the back of my small stance distance and the back of my regular stance distance. And that's typically about like 6 to 8 and 12 to 15 feet. Once I get outside of that, I really don't have the feel for it. But inside 15 feet, been keeping it a lot closer. I don't know if it's a great way to do it. It feels kind of Bryson-like, but distance control has been an issue for me. So I'm trying anything I can think of. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's the one that I came up with. Yeah, then on in 4 or 5 and then what? But yeah, absolutely. sounds pretty accurate. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. The pre-roll timer ran out, so give me 3 minutes. We'll run the mid-rolls, take a quick break so nobody misses anything, and then yeah, we'll come back and we'll play a little bit more golf here to wrap things up for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll see you back in 3 minutes.
It's raining.
Ads. Alright, we back. Also, I'm like now realizing as I reread the last follow, she love Jake, not she love Jake. Because I can read and comprehend things. Smart. Smart guy right here. Reading names is hard. But I got there. 30 minutes late. We got there. Figured it out. Alright, so that's Elite done. That's Elite done. Let's take a peek at what Kinetic's got to offer, because Kinetic tends to... Kinetic tends to be a little on the spicier side. Just a little bit. Old Forge Golf Club. Blue tees, high winds, firm, fast. How fast is fast? 8.4s, okay. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. What I did peek at though for Plat is you've got to be double digits every round sort of scoring. Which, I mean, if we play like we did in Elite, we should be okay. But then again, you know, you can't always be that consistent. I'm gonna try and just bomb this down into the bunker. Won't stay right of the rough. Oh, come on, man. This changes the shot so much. Changes the shot so much. That's it. That's it. Having to play a flop shot there instead of getting to play out of the bunker. Definitely the aggressive play. Alrighty then. Wait, we're off to the exact same. The putting didn't magically get better on Kinetic? No? This is another one where it's like, do I drive it? Do I try to drive it back there? Doesn't really make much sense to do this, but... 4 left! Cart path onto the green. You're supposed to go onto the green. Whatever, we're down there. Didn't think we were gonna have a look from behind the green now, did ya? Okay. This is gonna come out short and then the heavy rough, but hear me out. It's going to want to run. I pulled it though. Not bad. Not bad at all. Eh? Eh? Non-conventional birdie. No, I'm just going for the power drives because the power drives are fun. If this was actually Plat, there's not a singular chance. Not a singular chance that I'm doing that. Can I run a 4-iron up here, or... This is gonna be short, yeah. Shaw. So short. It lands there. Not good. Not the good. What if I tried to make it a little punchier? Oh, well. I think I found where my swing was before. I think I was just holding the controller differently. That generated a lot more check than I suspected that it would. Okay. It's news to me. Okay. There's a backstop. There is wind. So we're gonna just like toss this one up in the air. It's gonna come ripping back. Or it's not, it's gonna park on top of the hill. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? Should have just taken the choked club and not tried to play it from so far back. Man, that's frustrating. Well, that hasn't changed either, because I've always had the title of King of the Hill as well. I certainly tend to do that. But like, I also love playing a shot off the backstop. What can I say? Shots that spin back and into the hole have a lot of cool points in my book. Nice. Well played. Yeah, we've gotten off base with our swing a few times, but overall swing has been pretty dang solid. Which all I can hope, obviously, is that that continues when we play tomorrow. I just have to get better at visualizing putts. I try so many different things, but I really just have to get better at visualizing. Because I feel like so much of it comes down to, like, pace off of the club head and, like, understanding how it's going to break right at the start of the putt. definitely one thing that I don't do well. Wind should keep it moving left. I know it's nothing crazy here. It's 21 yards. It's not gonna play 21. We'll go with a choke shot. I feel like that should control the distance a lot better. Yeah, we're still left. I don't know if there's a better way to do that or not. Like, I don't know if I should be trying to play a cut into that, or if that just keeps the ball out to the left. Alright, is this like... Wind's gonna move it just a touch to the left. Move it just a touch more here. Wind's actually moving it right now. Ah. Doesn't matter. Came out way short. I think what was happening there is I was probably flirting with it too much and then missed the inputs, and that's all she wrote. Yeah, even when I feel good about it, it's off. It's like, that's the thing with these games. You don't... Hitting the power... Like, hitting a lag putt, let's put it that way. Hitting a lag putt is not hard. So, like, getting your distance right is really not a big deal. Of like, oh, you settled up close. It's like, can you make the shot? Even though the beads are not moving a lot, I'm starting to kind of recognize when I need to give it a little bit more, because even though it's not moving a lot, that little bit of movement over a lot of distance can really start to add up. Alright, here we go. 56 degree, so it'll want to spin back a little bit. And then put a little loft on. I'd love to know what that would have looked like had I not closed it. Just like straight at it. I feel like those like little bits of wind when the wind is straight at you, but it has like just the slightest tilt. Those can be very difficult to judge. Like, okay, is the ball going to turn over and go off of that perfectly straight line or not? There, I don't know if I like put a little bit of fade shape on it and that's what gets it turning with that wind, or what exactly it was, but so I think if you try and play this off the slope, like, it's gonna be a little tight if we go right at it, but if I like, I don't know, if I play it here where like it's gonna feed it to the right, and then the wind's gonna keep it moving that way. Hopefully that gets it to the right enough, and then it's a right to left feeder. Did not take me to the right enough. So this is gonna be a big kick left and then roll long because of the fairway bounce. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, I underswung it. Might have been on the high side. It's like you're going for the albatross. Should I guess I should play that more safely to that right-hand side. Like just guarantee that I'm gonna play the ridge. That way I'm at least, I know I'm gonna feed. I don't know, or maybe you play a fade to like guarantee that the ball is gonna want to turn over a little bit more. Maybe that's the better play. Okay, we had one of these before where the wind, like it's uphill, but the wind should take it. I'm gonna play a little bit more here. Wind did not take it as much. Ugh. Underswung it. Well, that's the read. As I've said, putting off the green. Feel like it's a little bit different sensitivity. Front pin, tailwind. $93 and then probably like 200. Just kind of want to go. That's kind of the problem here. So maybe you loft to 7 in order to get that like extra distance here. Extra distance with more loft. Therefore a little more spin when it lands. Yeah, I think that's the play. Good read. Good read. We love to see that. Ball striking be good, putting be not so good. There's always room to improve, though, because there's even room to improve on our ball striking. Wins and lies tend to get us in a bit of a pickle pretty often. I need to take distance off on the 6. Ah, come on, Colby, don't close it. Seems like I would have been short anyway. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a pretty good effort. I think that's a pretty good effort. Yeah, feels good though. Like, really, to have taken off as much time as we did, and then come back and have the success that we have on the sticks the past couple of streams that we've played this. It's like very, very good feeling, very reassuring feeling that like, okay, we left, but we're gonna be able to hang. At least like from a technical standpoint. It's not gonna be like, oh, we're playing legend stuff and like we're just hitting the ball all over the place. It's like, no, we can still hit the ball at a very high level. Do we putt the ball at a high level? Absolutely not. But we hit it at a high level and that compensates for a lot. It does. For as bad as my putting is, I shouldn't be in Plat. Let alone getting to like world rankings and stuff that I have. Just we do certain things in our game very, very well. That is enough to mask quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna try this, which is like a very knuckleballed 4-iron, slightly overpowered. It's just one of those weird, like, if I take the 3 hybrid, I feel like the wind won't knock it enough, and I don't know if maybe I need to, like, fade the hybrid in instead. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Oh, it's underswung by 3%. Didn't even give it a chance. Didn't even give it a chance. Could be worse, though. Could be worse. Like, we're playing some things really well and we're playing other things really poorly, but we're still coming away with double-digit scores. I mean, that was 13 under. That was our worst round of the night, scoring-wise. I think that's... Is that only one miss? Is that 6 out of 7? I think it might be. But, like, couldn't convert. Couldn't convert on some of the long ones. Yeah. Longest we made was 11 feet. So the 3 long putts that we made were 10 to 11 feet. Couldn't make anything longer than that. So, I mean, it's birdies that could have been eagles was, I think, a lot of this stuff. Okay, so we'll play Plat tomorrow night. That's the plan. We shot very well in Elite. Shot pretty well. Shot okay in Kinetic there. The real test will be tomorrow night. We'll see if we can make some putts. We'll see what we can do. We'll take our time on the putts and try and make some things. Hopefully we can still strike the ball the way that we did today. And we'll take it from there. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling with me. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a good day. I will see you guys back here for Plat.